Thank you everyone for joining this session. We're having a webinar on how to ensure error-free EDPMS closure. We know this is an issue that many exporters, many people who work on international sales, etc., face. So we thought we will bring in the experts and have a session to understand this better. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce, the teams that are on call. So we obviously have Avinash from HDFC, we have the team from Ship Global, and we have the team from PayGlocal available on the call. So I'll spend the first 5 minutes just quickly introducing what we are and what we do, and then I'll hand it over to Avinash to take the session forward. To start off, PayGlocal, we have Prachi, who's the CEO and co-founder of PayGlocal on the call. Prachi, if you want to just quickly spend 2 minutes about talking about us, and I can give some context about our product as well.
Sure. Thanks, Parvati. And good afternoon, everyone. And thanks for joining. I think from a PayGlocal perspective, we are extremely committed to solving for cross-border flows from India, and in particular, helping MSMEs and SMEs either get started with their international journeys or support them at different stages in the journeys that we are. We are a RBI authorized payment aggregator for both domestic as well as cross-border transactions. I'll let Parvati take you through, a high level of the offerings that we offer in the market. But very keen to understand one of the key thing that we identified was this entire challenge around export regularization, and that's when this entire session was curated with our partners at Ship Global and HDFC Bank. But would love to get certain insights in terms of if there is any other challenges that are very core to helping you grow your business. We would love to take those insights and get back with different other webinars or anything else. I'll also take this opportunity to thank Avinash from HDFC Bank for joining here and sparing the time, and the entire team at Ship Global. We look forward to working with both these organizations deeply forward. So thank you everyone, and look forward to a great session. Over to you, Parvati.
Thanks, Prachi. So team, I'll just spend some time quickly explaining what PayGlocal is and what we do. So think of PayGlocal as a one-stop shop for all your cross-border payment requirements, right? So PayGlocal provides the full range of solutions, starting from the payment gateway for you to accept your international payments, as well as a multi-currency account, which can help you collect from whether it be global marketplaces like Amazon Global or directly from your customers outside India. So we are one of the first Indian Amazon Global approved PSPs. We work with multiple sellers who are selling on Amazon Global. We also work with 500 plus merchants and brands who are selling cross border. So these are some of our customers. These are Vasansi, Amrapali, Acho. Many of these are large cross border merchants. We work with Make My Trip as well, all of which work with us for their cross border payment requirements. And especially, I think what differentiates us is the fact that you need only one partner for all these needs, right? Whether it be having a payment gateway on your website, sending a payment link to your international customers, or adding our multi-currency account on Amazon Global. All of these solutions come together with PayGlocal, and that's why we are keen to work closely with the exporter community and help you guys grow. And just quickly on the Amazon specific thing, what we provide differently is there is no hidden charges, there's no Forex markup, which is a big issue that many exporters face. And especially on compliance, which we will spend some time on today, we ensure that the FIRA is sent directly to your inbox. There's no issues, and you're able to go through the entire reconciliation process very seamlessly. And as Prachi said, we are 100% focused on the Indian market. We want to build from India for India. And that's really what differentiates us. So that's it. A quick introduction about PayGlocal. You can feel free to reach out to any of us. There's Prachi on the call. There's me, Prasanna, few others also on the call. You can reach out to us if there's any questions extra on the product if you'd like to understand. I'll hand over to Tanvi from Ship Global to just quickly introduce their product as well.
Hi everyone, I think I'm audible.
Yes. Hi.
Yeah. A very warm welcome to each one of you. So I'm Tanvi from Ship Global, and very quickly I'm going to go through what we do and what our perspective is. So we are India's first platform for global shipping. We have been doing this for past 20 plus years, and we have been delivering happiness beyond borders. The best thing about us that we have already done shipping with 15,000 plus exporters. One thing that makes us unique is the very first shipper that did with us is still shipping things with us only. So that is what our customer love that way. We have delivered 10 million plus orders beyond borders, and we have helped 1,000 plus brands for that matter. Moving to next slide. Uh, yeah. So who we are for? So we help people who do Amazon shipments through FBA or MFN, Etsy, Walmart, eBay. If you are an Instagram brand, अगर आप Instagram के through अपनी branding करते हैं, so you can choose us for shipping. And then we also do Shopify, drop shipping, and also one thing that makes us unique. You can send gifts through us, आपकी राखी, to different countries, to 220 plus countries, documents, and many more. Moving to the next slide. If I say why we are special, because you can send small packages that starts at just 50 gram, and then we are affordable and secure and reliable. We have no hidden charges, no monthly fees, and we are easy to use. We have easy to use shipping dashboard to manage all your shipments at once. You can track end to end, and then you can see online tracking through yourself also, and you can reach 220 plus countries with us. Along with that, we take minimum documentation from your side, making it all hassle free and easy for you. So I think that is all from our side. Over to you, Avinash. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Avinash, before we get started, I'd love to just set some basic ground rules. I'm sure many of you have a lot of questions about this process, and this is something that affects your business on a day-to-day basis. So any questions, please feel free to use the chat or the Q&A session option at the top to, send your questions to us. While Avinash is going through the session, we will, if it's in a relevant space, we will keep asking him the questions. Towards the end, we'll have a dedicated Q&A session as well. So please feel free to use the session effectively and ask as many questions as possible. Over to you, Avinash. Would be great if you can quickly introduce yourself about your background in the space, and then we can move ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Avinash Kumar, currently heading Mumbai trade branches. Started career with SBI, 7 years SBI, 6 year ICICI, and finally 9 year here as of now. So almost 23 year of banking, 22 years banking right now. So I joined HDFC in 2016, and when this EDPMS was taking shape over there. So broadly, I was institutionalized by the bank to integrate our journey with the RBI platform. Did that for 7, 8 years, then moved to branch side. I'm now currently managing Mumbai trade branches. So that is all about me. So I managed this platform for 7, 8 years. Still continue to manage sometime, but yes, it's in taking shape right now. So team, what is EDPMS? So broadly, if I cover the context, so if anyone guy who is older here, or maybe not older, but the vintage guy, older is a relatively bad term, but the people who are in banking since 2003, 4, 5, 6, they must be relating to them that earlier everything used to be reported by the bank to RBI. So what was happening? Suppose you have done export, the customer has done export, he is obligated to come to bank, and bank in turn was reporting to RBI that this customer has exported, and now he has given me the document for the lodgement and realization. So this piece was going on for at least 50, 60 years in the country. Way back 2010, there was a man in RBI, Deepak Kumar sir was there. He was GM that time. He thought, ki, let's have integrated into system so that all the system can talk to each other. Of course, we are still not in that shape, but yes, this in 1st March 2014, EDPMS started. EDPMS is nothing but the data which we were getting from the customer. Now that data is coming from the customs to us. So the platform is very simple. It started in 2014. Integration platform hai. So we can move to next slide so that I can elaborate the more. Yeah. So exporter exporting goods is going to custom. Custom is getting the shipping bill generated through CHA or something. And finally, basis the AD code. AD code is nothing but the authorized dealer code, which every customer is supposed to have before you undertake any export-import transaction. Basis the mapping of that bank in that custom filing data, the bill goes to RBI. RBI basis the ID code, sort that and push that in the HDFC bank or ICICI bank or SBI queue. So on daily basis, we receive 7,000-8,000 shipping bill. So it means the customer has exported, the goods have gone outside India, and now the bill is tagged to us. Now our obligation is to collect those documents from customer. Customer obligation is to submit those documents to bank within 21 days as per the extant FEMA guidelines. Once the client is submitting document to us, payment may or may not come. There could be two scenarios. Either the payment has come or the is yet to come. But yes, whatever document customer is giving to us, we need to report, we need to input the contract in our core system, bank core system, and then we have to report the lodgement to RBI. That is first stage of EDPMS. So EDPMS start with shipment from customs to outside India, data coming in RBI platform. From RBI platform, basis the ID code segregation data to coming to relevant AD, be it ICICI, SBI, or whatever. And then client comes to us, give us the document, export document set. We book the contract and we report the lodgement to RBI. That stage is known as ROD बोलते हैं उसको आप लोग जो familiar हैं they must be knowing receipt of document stage. And as and when the payment comes, again AD Bank is required to report to RBI, which is known as PRN. And finally, then the cycle gets completed. We can go to next slide. It has, yeah. So this is shipping bill received from custom. Inward, there could be two scenarios. Inward could have come earlier. It means you have received advance documentation, advance payment. A second could be that you're getting the payment after your export is done. So in both the scenario, the AD Bank is required to report the IRM to RBI. IRM is nothing but inward remittance message. ROD is the receipt of document and PRN is payment realization notification. So once we report to RBI that okay, this customer has given us the shipping bill document, we are lodging it, we give it to that platform, RBI platform, RBI acknowledges that, and then entry become pending payment. As and when we receive the payment confirmation from your side and basis the data available in our own system, we report the payment relation to RBI, and then the entire cycle gets completed. This is broadly EBRC. Earlier it was issued by bank only. Now for the last 1.5 years, there's some change, but still we continue to issue some manual EBRC for the cases which are not covered in the DGPT platform. This is broad architecture of the EDPMS. We can go to next slide. So Parvati, what we'll do, I think we'll let's wind this up and then we go to that window, question and answer window. Fair?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it will take 5-10 minutes more because I have not done much over there. So team, so if you remember in 2016, this 14 May EDPMS came into existence, and then there are a lot many issues because the data was not coming from the customs, somewhere not coming from SEZ, and all those things were going blah blah blah, and customers were also not very comfortable with getting the older data, 3-year, 4-year kind of data. So this thing was going like anything. In 2018, we were requesting RBI since the start of this practice that give us some dispensation so that we can have some control at our end. We can have some leniency in the process at our end. So in 2018, RBI has come up a window wherein they have allowed up to $25,000 shipping bill closure by the AD Bank on the basis of document decided by the AD Bank. That was the first dispensation which came to us in 2018. That continued up to 2020, but after that RBI did not extend that. So as of today, around 2 months back, we were having no dispensation. So all the bank, including us, RBI, ICICI and SBI, Axis, we had a joint meeting with the FDI almost on every monthly basis. And then finally, just 1 second. Then finally, we decided that, okay, let's write to RBI. So we have written umpteen letter to RBI. We had a meeting with RBI. We had a joint meeting with RBI along with other banks as well. And we requested RBI to allow us something wherein we can at least have some dispensation. Because these are low value shipping bill. So we initially started with $5,000, then $2,000, then finally RBI agreed for $1,000. That okay, up to $1,000, AD bank can decide what they want to take. And why this $1,000? Because effective January 2022, courier shipping bill data, courier bill of entry data also started coming in the platform, which was not there earlier. As of now, the postal is outside EDPMS, IDPMS, but custom, SEZ, your Softex, it's there. So, and the next
So
step.
Avinash, I'll just add one, I think on this particular point. So we have a question from Roslyn who said that
Yeah,
she's an e-commerce seller for the last 3 years, and she has these small values. So she has parcels of 3 to 5,000 rupees only. And how should we, should she raise invoices for these commercial invoices for these shipments because of the high cost of reconciliation there, right? So if you can just, as you're going through it, explain, how maybe her and similar sellers should drive this
sure,
process with their
I'll cover.
respective
I'll cover.
banks.
I will cover.
Yeah.
I'll cover. So this is something which when the courier shipping bill started coming into platform, then we had a major issue. Even the bank like our also got shackled because earlier we were having say 10 lakh entries outstanding in our books. Now we have 20 lakh entries outstanding books. Out of 20 lakh, 10 lakh is less than $1,000. So that is the architecture which the industry level every bank has faced along with the customer. So now the customer may or may not be aware, but the data is coming in the IDPMS and the obligation is live on them. And why this was done dispensation? Because around 2020, RBI pre-COVID, RBI has come up with a caution listing as well. So whatever client are having outstanding more than 2-year-old shipping bill outstanding in the IDPMS across bank, any bank, if a one shipping bill is outstanding more than two year, then that bank or client cannot do the transaction. Like they cannot do a direct transaction. There were a lot many restrictions put on that. Finally, after COVID, that got eased and RBI finally has to withdraw that one because of the pressure from industry and you guys only. But broadly, this 1,000 came, and we have also requested RBI for another benefit or maybe I would say, dispensation for the same for the import payment as well. So maybe 500,000, $500 import transactions, RBI can give us some override over there. That is what. But now this has come. I'll take some time. Now this has come, and this is valid up to 31st March 2025 only as of now. Till we have extension coming from RBI. As of now, at industry level, around if I have some number that is around. So at bank level, we have done 30% is something which is pan India, closer by the banks and customers in this 1.5 month small window. But of course, the plan is to target all 100%, which is less than $1,000. So this is what the expectation. Sir, if you can explain in Hindi, that will be helpful. I'm okay. Matlab, language is not a barrier for me.
Yeah, please go ahead. I think if we can,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever works for the
I am
audience.
from
Yeah.
North India. So I'm from Lucknow, so there's no challenge in that. The language is not an issue. ठीक है. So broadly क्या था? Expectation was simple. क्योंकि आप लोग छोटे छोटे बिल हो रहे थे और उसका कुछ हो नहीं हो रहा था, क्लोजर हो नहीं पा रहा था, because of the inefficiency and maybe I would say एक जो reluctance था follow up का या reluctance था document maintain करने का. तो for that RBI has come up with this window कि ठीक है, this is less than $1,000. I want English language need. Okay, Rosemary. So I will be switching in between. Chalo. So broadly, this
Parvati, put a
guideline.
translator in between.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that will.
I will keep adding in between.
No, it's okay. It's
If
okay.
you can
Chalo.
help with so who all is eligible for this, Avinash? Like, so you've written here. So just what is the eligibility and what is the process? We can maybe go through in detail because this was a
Correct.
key
Correct.
question. Yes.
So team specific एक चीज important है that you should know who is your customer. So AD Bank, we all the bank have decided some policy basis that RBI guidelines, and they have already shared the details to their customer. In here, the primary ask from RBI is that the AD Bank should be satisfied with the bona fide of the transaction. That as a AD, I should have a strong comfort on my customer for whom I am taking this linear window of document processing. So basically, I can say that it's a seamless, non-documented processing. Broadly, and instead of taking earlier, if you remember, you need to give invoice, packing list, commercial document, shipping bill copy, everything. Here, it's delegated that AD Bank can decide what they want. So every bank has formulated its own policy. we have also formulated our own policy wherein we are giving some documentary concession to our client that is covered in the next slide. So 3 primary requirement that AD bank should be go back. Yeah. So the AD bank should be, this is a standard RBI language. So if any customer who is not in good books of any bank, I'm not going to do that transaction. He has some past history on which he has done some transaction which is not befitting the requirement of that particular customer or country or maybe globe as a whole. So if we know that this client has done shipment to Iran, then HDFC Bank will not handle that because we do not deal in the OFAC. Second requirement is the fund should have come. So the money should have come to India. So if you go back to around 7 years ago or maybe even 3 years ago, government was under the apprehension that the money is yet to come to India. It took us long meeting with RBI and government to tell them that money is there, transactions are also there, goods are also gone outside India, but the recon piece is missing. That is the EDPMS reconciliation piece missing. Finally, at some point of time, we are able to agree with them that okay, this government was thinking that this large 11 lakh crore is yet to come to India. Countries facing the foreign exchange crisis. That we tried to ascertain to them that no, this is not the case. That is one. Evidence of realization is to satisfaction of AD bank. Well, a bank can decide that what will be the deemed proof for me for realization of those funds. अभी पहले क्या होता था आपको हम बोलते थे स्विफ्ट के थ्रू आना चाहिए पैसा. Even if it coming through NEFT RTGS backed by a CA certificate, we can take call on the bona fide of the customer. No KYC, AML, CFT concern, and you should not be in any under investigation, court case, DRI, FEMA, IT, ED. It should not be a litigating client, number one, and the AD bank should be comfortable with the transaction. That is the broad objective of these guidelines. We can go to next slide. Yeah. So guidelines, I'm just plotted 3-4 line over here, although it may differ from bank to bank. Some bank may take aggressive call, some bank may take passive call. It depends on the bank to bank. Because RBI has told very clearly that bank to take call and go for the closure of those small value shipping bill. So I'll just give a small example what we have done. Request letter in bank approved format, that is okay, because there is certain format for that. Traditional mode of submission of all relevant documents pertaining to exporter can continue. So you can still give me all document whatever you want. However, what we have done, what other bank has done, please speak Hindi, most of understand Hindi only. Okay. But most of the bank and client what we have done, कि हम Excel पे data ले ले रहे हैं client से. We are getting the data from in the Excel कि shipping bill number क्या है, inward का detail क्या है, $1,000 का क्या है, and पैसा कहाँ से आया, कौन सी पार्टी से आया. That's a financial question. I'm not able to answer that. So broadly, Excel is what for our client who are good to our bank and we are good to them, we are handling that thing. Also, if you are having a bank which is not your bank anymore, so you are working with them, but now since you shifted the relationship from them to some other bank, but still other bank can handle those transactions. So there is a provision in RBI platform known as AD code transfer, which is the authorized dealer transfer, wherein the bank who is going to handle, suppose the shipping bill is mapped to Axis Bank and you want to do transaction from ICICI Bank, तो आपको ICICI बैंक को जाके सारे जो भी आपके फॉर्मेलिटी है, डॉक्यूमेंट फॉर्मेलिटी है, पेमेंट के प्रूफ्स हैं, वो आपको देने हैं, एंड देन ICICI कैन टेक AD कोड ट्रांसफर, ऑनलाइन रेज करना है. एक्सिस बैंक का अप्रूवल की जरूरत नहीं है बिकॉज STP ओवरनाइट अप्रूवल, वो अपने आप अप्रूव हो जाता है अनटिल अनलेस डिक्लाइन बाय दैट बैंक इन सिस्टम 1-to-1, बट ऐसा होता नहीं है. तो दैट कैन आल्सो बी हैंडल्ड बाय योर करंट बैंक एज वेल. तो जरूरी नहीं कि आपको कोई पुराना बैंक है वही आपको करे. अगर रिलेशनशिप आपका खत्म हो गया तो यू कैन कंटिन्यू द सेम क्लोजर विद योर एग्जिस्टिंग बैंकर एज वेल. फॉर एक्सेप्शनल केसेस वेयर कस्टमर आर नॉट एबल टू प्रोवाइड द IRM डिटेल, मतलब आप मेरे को इनवर्ट का डिटेल नहीं दे पा रहे हो कि पैसा कहां से आया, प्राइमरली INR में, नेपाल, इंडिया, नेपाल, भूटान एंड बोस्ट्रो, जहां पर आपके पास पैसा रुपी में आता है ट्रांसफर होकर के. So we have an option. Lot many banks have also given that option that we are taking a CA certificate from the customer that this much money has come into the customer account. Basis that we are creating IRM and we are going for the export regulation closure in the bank. So that is what few other banks are also doing. I had happens to know that SBI is also doing the similar route. So almost all the bank except few small government bank may be aberration, but otherwise everybody is following that Excel approach and letter approach. Can go to next slide. So 3-4 things very important over here, that lot many banks in India do not handle an OFAC. Like us, SBI, ICICI, Axis, whosoever is listed in the US government, US stock market cannot handle. So OFAC may we have a clear no that we cannot handle. So those guidelines, FATF, grey list and all those guidelines that we need to follow. And one caveat over here, that the shipping bill should be up to $1,000, equal to or less than $1,000. So if you see in shipping bill, there are multiple invoices. So suppose your shipping bill value is $5,000, लेकिन उसके अंदर आपने 1,000 के 5 invoices हैं, that will not count for this relaxation because shipping bill का value should be up to $1,000. अगर आपका इनवाइस 200 का है मिला के 1,000 हो रहा है, नथिंग नो वरी. बट अगर आपका शिपिंग बिल का वैल्यू 5,000 है और आपके इनवाइसेस का वैल्यू $500 करके 10 इनवाइस है, even then it will not qualify for this. As I told earlier, this is will expire on 31st March 2025 unless extended and communicated RBI. We presume and we foresee कि extend होगा because 30% is what industry has done in 1.5 months, and RBI expectation is also to close all 90, 95%, 100%. So they may extend, but yes, as of now, the window is up to, we have only 1 month left over there. We can go to next slide. So I've been dealing in this area for the last 8 to 9 years. What I've seen primarily, so होता क्या है, सबसे बड़ा इशू जो मैंने देखा है, आप आज को छोड़ देते हो, आपको लगता है कि यार 1 महीना पुराना ट्रांजेक्शन है, मैं क्यों इसके लिए परेशान हूं, मैं इसको बाद में करूंगा. That I've seen. बट वो 1 महीने पुराना ट्रांजेक्शन कब 1 साल हो जाता है, कब 2 साल हो जाता है, कब 4 साल हो जाता है. और बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री में जो हमने ऑब्जर्व किया है कस्टमर को, एनीथिंग विच इज मोर देन 2 years इज कंसीडर्ड टू बी वेरी ओल्ड, विच इज नॉट द केस. तो वट एवर वी हैव सीन, चलिए आपका एक पास्ट है विच इज हैविंग सम इश्यूज बिकॉज आपको स्टाफ छोड़ के चला गया था, गोडाउन में आग लग गई थी, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड दोस थिंग्स, होता है. बट जो आपका करंट है, अगर वो उसको आप कंट्रोल में नहीं करोगे ना, तो इट्स बाउंड टू हैपन कि 2 साल बाद आप वही बिल को लेके फिर से खड़े होगे और आप बोलोगे कि ये पुराना है, ओवरड्यू है, ओल्ड है, वेरी ओल्ड है. तो रिमेंबर 7 years इज समथिंग विच इज देयर इन गवर्नमेंट बुक्स. 7 साल के बाद पुराना मानते हैं, बट बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री में 2 साल बाद ही हम लोग पुराना बोलना चालू कर देते हैं. तो आई हैव लिस्टेड डाउन few things based on my judgment and understanding of the EDPMS for so long. As and when you are submitting, as and when you are exporting something, within 21 days, go to your bank and give the document to bank. Please ensure, क्योंकि क्या होता है 2 साल बाद जब आपको रिमाइंडर का मेल आता है कि ये बिल आपका पेंडिंग है, तब आप उस बिल के डॉक्यूमेंट ढूंढने जाते हो तो आपको डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं मिलते हैं, क्योंकि वो आर्काइव होके कहीं ना कहीं स्टोरेज में कहीं ना कहीं चले गए होंगे. अगर आप बिल लॉन्च कर दोगे बैंक में, तो उससे क्या होगा कि आपका लॉन्चमेंट हो गया. एज एंड व्हेन यू हैव द पेमेंट, पहले आया बाद में आया, पेमेंट का रिकॉन्सिलेशन आपका बाद में हुआ, you can go to bank, boss, this is the payment against the bill which is lodged in your bank. उस दिन बैंक को कोई दिक्कत नहीं आएगी, सिर्फ बैंक क्या चेक करेगा, पैसा ईरान से तो नहीं आया है, फॉर बैंक लाइक्स अस. बट अभी क्या होता है कि आप वेट करते हो कि नहीं ठीक है चलो होने दो, इकट्ठा होने दो, और बाद में आपका वो जब डे आता है, आपको जिस दिन लास्ट डे आपको क्लोज करना होता है, तब आपको एक्सपोर्ट के डॉक्यूमेंट ही नहीं मिलते हैं, आपको पेपर ही नहीं मिल रहे होते, बिकॉज वो 1 महीने 2 महीने 6 महीने पुराने हो चुके होते हैं. नंबर 1. नंबर 2, मेजर इशू व्हाट आई हैव सीन, कि जब आपका पैसा आता है इंडिया में, इनवर्ट क्रेडिट जब आपका आता है इंडिया में, तो नॉर्मली कस्टमर क्या करते हैं, एडवांस अगेंस्ट एक्सपोर्ट करके ले लेते हैं. दे टेक द क्रेडिट एज एडवांस अगेंस्ट एक्सपोर्ट. सिंपल, बहुत क्लियर है, क्योंकि उसमें कोई डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं देना पड़ता बैंक को. यू कैन सिंपली टेक द क्रेडिट एंड द फंड्स आर इन योर अकाउंट, दिस इज द रेट एंड व्हाटएवर सेटल्ड बाय योर बैंक. बट अगर आपने बैंक को उसके डॉक्यूमेंट लाके नहीं दिए, तो वो एंट्री 1 साल बाद बाय डिफॉल्ट ईडी को रिपोर्ट होती है. एनी इनवर्ड इन इंडिया लाइंग ओपन नॉट सेटल्ड विद अ शिपिंग बिल गेट्स रिपोर्टेड टू एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट आफ्टर 1 year. बाय डिफॉल्ट जाता है, सिस्टम डिजाइन है, बैंक का कंट्रोल भी नहीं है, डेटा अपने आप पुल होकर निकल जाता है. दे हैव एसटीपी मैकेनिज्म नाउ, दे पुल आउट द डेटा फ्रॉम आवर सिस्टम. तो आप जब भी आपका पैसा इंडिया में आ रहा है, मेक श्योर कि आप करेक्ट पर्पस कोड यूज करो, वी हैव सीन कस्टमर एक्सपोर्ट का पैसा है और एडवर्टाइजिंग रेवेन्यू करके ले लिया है, या they have taken the funds as any other purpose other than export. So as in when you come to bank for document regularization, आपको पहले पर्पस कोड चेंज का एक्सरसाइज करना पड़ता है, which is again a tedious exercise because RBI do not allow purpose code change beyond 1 quarter. RBI allow ही नहीं करता एक क्वार्टर के बाद पर्पस कोड चेंज करना. Then again we have to go the entire manual loop, internal approval, customer approval, RBI approval, and that takes hell lot of time. आपका भी टाइम जाता है, हमारा भी टाइम जाता है, RBI का तो जाता ही जाता है. थर्ड, एडवांस अगेन एक्सपोर्ट. आपको एडवांस रेमिटेंस आया, नीड टू मेक श्योर कि आप जो उसके सामने एक्सपोर्ट के डॉक्यूमेंट है, यू आर सबमिटिंग टू योर बैंक as and when your export is done. As I said earlier, within 21 days. You have two windows. You can say that export is done, funds will come later. Export is done, these are the documents, funds have come earlier. There are only two possibilities. There is no third possibility. There is one more possibility that you have done the export, lodgement is there, but the money is yet to come. And you know the money will come after 6 months or 1 year. Please talk to your banker and tell them to extend the realization period. It is permissible to AD bank, allow that without any RBI approval. Basis your request, we can extend the date of that bill payment. So that if at all at any time some caution listing come, which we are preempting that after this guidelines, RBI may come up with the caution listing again. That is what we are feeling from RBI discussion. Then you will be saved if your due date is beyond, still within 2-year bracket. That is one. If you have done the funds, if you've got the funds and the funds are there and your lodgement is already done, please inform AD bank that this under this bill reference number the funds have come. It will be seamless reporting to EDPMS. आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, आपको बैंक को इतना बोलना है, this money has come, please credit in my current account, CC account, DFC account, and this is towards the reference number, whatever contact we have booked earlier 1 month, 2 months, 3 months ago. It will be seamless reporting. आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, straight away आपका EDPMS closer हो जाएगा. Fourth thing, आप कोशिश करो that आपका जहां एक्सपोर्ट डॉक्यूमेंट का सबमिशन होता है, आपका इनवर्ड वहीं पर आए. Because why I am telling, every bank is now sending mailer to data to customer like we are doing. These are your pending shipping bill in our bank and these are your pending inward in our bank. Similarly, RBI is also sending mailer to customer on monthly frequency for all overdue transaction across bank. So we have access to our bank data, but RBI has access to all other bank data. So every month they are sending mailer to their customer, all customer wherein the email ID is maintained by that particular bank, covering all the overdue shipping bill, inward, bill of entry and ORM. All data RBI is sending on monthly basis. That is going on every second Saturday. तो उसके लिए आपको क्या करना है, आपको अपने बैंक के पास जाना है और अपने बैंक को बोलना है कि RBI मेलर में आप मेरा ईमेल आईडी ऐड कर दो, जो भी आपका कोर में मेंटेन है या जो भी आपको करना है. You can write to your bank and then they can match that and then we have an online portal. Every bank has that portal. We can request RBI for addition of that email ID so that the monthly mailer from RBI comes to you, which may or may not be coming in right now, but that will cover the data of all bank. तो अगर आपने एक्सिस में कोई ट्रांजेक्शन किया है, HDFC में किया है, ICICI में किया है, SBI में किया है, वो चारों का डेटा आपको एक साथ मिल जाएगा, आपको अलग अलग बैंकों के पास नहीं जाना पड़ेगा. That is one thing. Okay. To have seamless recon, what I request, आप धंधे में जितना पैसा डाल रहे हो, आप लोग बिजनेस करते हो, आपका कोर एक्टिविटी इज बिजनेस, विच आई अंडरस्टैंड, लेकिन कंप्लायंस इज समथिंग विच यू कैनॉट एस्केप. आप छोड़ ही नहीं सकते उसको. एंड बिलीव मी, वो कहीं ना कहीं आपके सामने आके खड़ा होगा. इट हैज टू come to your face in some other shape, whether it's a government investigation or whether it's something, whether you are correct, whether not correct, doesn't matter. But it is going to happen someday. So please put some money, some resource so that they do some daily reconciliation, weekly reconciliation or monthly reconciliation, depending on the size of your business. But you should be able to have a clear picture that the money has come to X bank and the shipping will lodge in the Y bank. You can go to Y bank, tell them the money has come in the X bank and you need to request X bank. Why? What? because every inward which is reported coming to India is reported as IRM in RBI platform. If those funds are getting utilized in other bank, then EFIRC is required to be generated. So you have to request the bank wherein you have got the money. आपका जहां पैसा आया हुआ है उस बैंक को आपको बोलना पड़ेगा कि ये पैसा आपके पास आया है, लेकिन इसका जो बिल है वो एक्सिस के पास हैंडल करना है मेरे को, बिकॉज इट इज विद देम. तो आप इसको EFIRC में कन्वर्ट कर दो. इट्स वेरी सीमलेस प्रोसेस. वी जस्ट नीड टू टिक वन टैप और वो EFIRC विल बी विजिबल टू एक्सिस और एनी अदर बैंक इन इंडिया, सो दैट वो पैसा यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं. And on RBI portal, they will say, this is the shipping bill, money has come in Axis Bank, any other bank, I've utilized this window, RBI will align those data, and the Axis Bank or whatever bank has got the fund earlier, their data will be utilized and but will not be visible to any other bank in country for utilization. Same for shipping bill as well. So shipping bill can be handled by any bank subject to any code transfer. IRM can be handled by any bank subject to EFIRC issuance by the first credit bank. So my request again, just one last point. Then we can
Sure. Yeah.
So my one last point, because I've seen this for empty small corporate, large corporate, be it Reliance or be it any other name you take in the industry, please don't leave it for later. But today will become overdue. And फिर आपको वो लगेगा कि आपको डेटा नहीं मिल रहा है बिकॉज आपका ऑफिस शिफ्ट हो गया है, आपका गोडाउन में आग लग गई या something has happened and you will be in scope. Then AD Bank will also not be able to help you. So that is the broad understanding and expectation. So you should align, you should have some proper staff at your end to do this so that you do not fall in that trap later. Because आपका किसी दिन वो नंबर बढ़ के 40,000 50,000 हो जाएगा and then आप भी परेशान होगे, बैंक भी परेशान होगा और ऑफकोर्स रेगुलेटर भी परेशान. So that's it from my side. We can take the either through chat or whatever. I'll be doing.
Yeah, we have multiple questions, Avinash. So I will moderate. Please share your questions and I will keep asking and clubbing to Avinash. So one question, Avinash, is on sort of the basic aspect of, if they want to see all the shipping bills against, that are there, that are tagged. There's questions on, how do I check? Obviously, do they check EDPMS? Do they check ICEGATE? Like, what is the one way in which, if you can explain step by step how they'll know what all shipping bills are tagged against them so that they are aware of what all is open.
5 minutes, just taking one session. Sure. So the AD bank as of now, the access which is given to all the bank is data for our bank only. Be it our platform, be it EDPMS, both platform, inward as well as export, and for import as well as bill of entry, other shipping as ORM. So we have access to our data, but we have one window for shipping bill only, not for bill of entry, wherein you are requested to report to your AD bank that I need data for all shipping bill mapped to me across bank. That bank can help you. It's a manual process. They have to raise request to RBI online portal, and after 1 or 2 days, data gets downloaded from RBI, and that bank can give it to you. So that window is available wherein you can ask them. But the second, I already covered in my discussion, that there is a window available wherein you can write to your AD bank that please add my email ID in RBI mailer master. Because if that is done, you'll get the data from RBI across bank. You are not reliant. आपका किसी बैंक में कोई reliance रहेगा ही नहीं. आपको किसी का request नहीं करना पड़ेगा. Every monthly you will get the overdue data from RBI. But that is only overdue data. You will not get the all data. If you need all data, shipping bill, all bank AD data till now, you have to request your AD bank, and only when they have to raise the request to RBI online portal may. And it's because I cannot raise that request. My central team can raise the request. So you will send request to your branch. Your branch will go to that central team. That central team will raise to RBI. RBI will give the data in 2-3 working days, depending on their workload. And then finally, so it's a long done process. So of course, the second will be much better that you tell your AD bank to add your ID in the RBI mailer master.
And so 2 methods you're saying. One is the RBI mailer, which they have to request to their AD bank. Yeah, they have to write to their AD bank for all data across any AD bank. Both
but
of
the
these.
second was a manual one because it's a time taking.
Understood. Another question is from Dipen. So he's saying that he's in e-commerce selling and they normally receive 20 to 30% less amount than actual because they're selling via platform. So agar they have sold $100 ka product, they actually end up getting only $75 in their bank account. And because of there's only 10% write-off that banks allow, this shipping bill does not get closed. So is
So
there a way to solve this and how they should?
yeah, I think another 2 months and we have that window from RBI. It is
अच्छा
in
ओके
process.
एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि
It is in
चेंज
it
होगा
is
ये
in process.
प्रोसेस
It is in process
ओके
because lot many these e-commerce player has come over there, and we had a meeting in RBI around 2 weeks back on the e-commerce only, and
ओके
we are expecting some guidance from RBI to come. So
ओके
what we have told and what the industry agrees that 80% should be the benchmark. It
ओके
should not be less than 80%. That is what the benchmarking we are thinking. So we never know what RBI will come up, but looks like in another 2 months kind of thing. And now one more thing is coming. I'm sure these people are seasoned ones, so they must be knowing something. So RBI is coming up with the revised guidelines for export and import. So they have already put the same in the public domain, and they have requested the feedback from the general public as well as the banker. We have given our suggestion, and maybe we are waiting for the official circular to release from RBI, and we are expecting that power will come to AD Bank in some time. So maybe another 1 2 months. And
अंडरस्टूड
so when again I said ki AD Bank to take call basis the client credential bona fide. If I understand this client, ki yes, he is good, then of course.
अंडरस्टूड अंडरस्टूड another question from
Sorry,
Nirvela
just
is
Parvati, just one
yes
point on
yeah
extension on that, and I was reading other questions. So, in case of these exporters who are selling on Amazon, 100% the money that is coming is less than 80% or 90%, which is allowed currently. Means it is like for 100% of cases. So, how do they knock off shipping bills then?
So Prachi, as of now, this is the challenge because we have client who are getting 60%, 70%. The shipping bill is say $15 and they're getting say $10. As of now, we cannot do that. But yes, another 1.5 2 months, the window is getting so our the bank. So as of now, we have 5% write-off power, which is given by the RBI. Anything other than that, we have to go to RBI. For e-commerce specifically, RBI is going to delegate to AD Bank, and depending on the customer profile in the bank, the AD Bank will of course take certain calls. So
which
at
is less
industry
than
level,
$1,000 as of
yeah.
now
So broadly, the invoice value should be less than certain value. It's not that these are the large payment. So maybe $1,000 or maybe the right now it's $10,000 something which is going to come, which we expect to come from RBI.
understood okay another question from Nirvela is on can we club multiple shipping bills especially where we send small parcels and payment is received in one single transaction
That is allowed. That is allowed.
yeah
But this $1,000 window is not available. That's I told earlier. So this
okay
$1,000 window is only for standalone $1,000 shipping bill. But of course, you can
okay
go to your bank for with a 10 shipping bill. So we have a client who come with a 30,000 shipping bill.
okay
30,000
so
shipping
that
bill
is
at one
allowed
go. We close in 2 3 days. That is
okay
okay. See,
another question
Parvati,
is yeah
Government of India is concerned with two things. Goods have gone outside India, whether the money has come or not. If the
yeah
money has come, let us know. If you are not sure that the money has, if you are sure the money has come, but you are not able to evidence that to me, backed by a CA certificate, AD Bank can decide that.
okay
But it is on the case to case basis.
understood. Another question is on, especially again on marketplace payments. Sometimes when the goods are sent and the payments may come even 3 to 8 months later, if it's an off season or the goods are this thing. So one is on timing, which you had mentioned. So in that case, the closure could happen at a later time. Is there any other thing to consider when payment comes much later than when goods were shipped?
That's what I was telling. Ki, first of all, as and when the export is done, please go to your bank and lodge the document so that you are not required to follow up again with your team member for tracing the document. That is one. Once the document are lodged, the bank is obligated to send you 15 days, every fortnightly we send a message to our customer that these export bill are lodged in our bank, but the payment is yet to come. Once you know that the payment window is crossing, request AD Bank to extend the window. AD Bank can extend 6 months at a time, up to 3 years, without any RBI approval.
Understood. Understood.
But at least you are compliant that, okay, generally money has not come to India.
Okay. One more question from Pavnesh is, so we have to sometimes ship replacement against one payment due to loss of shipment or goods having some issues. So how can we close two shipping bills with only one payment received in the bank?
So, okay. So anything which is going outside India, and if you're sending it again due to some issue or XYZ, then you have to go for GR waiver. So there is something known as GR. What is the full form? I still don't know, but the RBI का full format है. So anything which is going outside India, the money should come to India or the goods should come back to India. These are the two conditions, primary two condition. अगर आपका पैसा नहीं आ रहा है तो माल वापस आना चाहिए या तो पैसा आना चाहिए. कुछ इश्यूज हैं उसके बाद आपने दोबारा भेजा है. If it is some destructive item था जिसका लोकल आपने कुछ एविडेंस ले लिया है from some engineering or authority कि the goods have destroyed there, then of course there is a window available. Otherwise, in general, you have to go for the GR waiver from your bank. Your existing banker, you need to contact them that this good was shipped. However, it is lost due to some issue. If the ID bank accommodate you, then they will issue a GR waiver for the second shipment. And if the GR waiver is issued, EDPMS shipping bill will not be generated. It is outside EDPMS per.
Understood.
Your voice is cracking, Parvati.
Okay. Another. Sorry, am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Another is on just best practices when sending sample goods.
Your voice is breaking.
Any correction?
I think Parvati is facing some, internet
Yeah,
issue.
yeah.
What I'll do is I'm just going to, unmute Ravi ji, right?
Yeah, yeah. Ravi ji
You've been
is,
raising hand for a while now. You can ask your question.
and he is the only one who has kept his camera on. That is a good thing.
Ravi ji, carry on.
He is still not unmuted.
Ravi ji, you are on. You have to unmute yourself. No, we can't hear
Can't
you.
hear you, sir. नहीं सर, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही. रवि जी आपको अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा. स्क्रीन पे ऊपर आपको दिखेगा.
No, we have unmute you. We've given you an option to unmute yourself. We've
शायद
enabled
उसको-
your mic. I've given Sanjay ji, I've given him an option.
नहीं, रवि जी की आवाज नहीं आ रही हो. Still
नहीं, वो
audible
हम
to you.
unmute नहीं कर पा रहे. Prasanna, are you able to?
No, Prachi, he needs to unmute. Maybe what we can do is we can give rights to
Whosoever is the
Sumit.
organizer of this meeting ना can do that. आप एक बार वो check
Yeah,
कर
we
लीजिए.
are the organizers. We are not able to
अच्छा,
do
तब भी
it.
नहीं हो रहा है. Okay.
Sumit ji, can you
Sir
try
has to
now?
unmute himself. We are trying to do it, but Ravi sir has to unmute himself.
Okay.
So I've enabled mic for Sumit ji also, if he can try. Mr. Sumit Jain.
मेरी email ID क्या करेंगे लोग लेके?
It's a hot topic, Avinash ji.
No,
Right?
it's okay. Perfectly fine.
So I think, see, one is a clear challenge is marketplaces settlements, because marketplace charge itself is more than 20-25%. So at no point in time will the exporter get only 5% variance. So all their shipping bills continue to remain open. So what is there any way out?
So under this guidelines, if I remember this $1,000 guidelines only, there are two windows. One is up to $1,000 outstanding less than 10%, we are closing. So suppose $1,000 का bill था, 900 has come to India, 100 is yet to come, and our client confirmed that okay, it will not come. So the banks are taking call. So as I said, Prachi, it's all about bank having comfort in the customer.
Understood.
Hello.
The second question is, I think somebody was able to
Sumit,
unmute.
yeah, Sumit
Hello.
Jain can speak.
Hi Sumit, you can speak.
Good evening, sir.
Sumit, आपकी आवाज बहुत slow आ रही है. Sorry.
हेलो
Yeah.
सर एक ऐसे पूछना था, जैसे अभी जैसे एक्सिस बैंक है या कोई भी बैंक है, वो हमारा ई कॉमर्स का काम है, ई वे वगैरह पे, तो उस पे चार्जेस बहुत कम आते हैं हमारे को। जैसे $100 का प्रोडक्ट सेल किया तो उसमें हमें $80 या $90 आएंगे, तो वो पर शिपिंग बिल हमारे से 700 to 800 पर शिपिंग बिल का मांगते हैं, तो हम उसको कैसे रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं?
सर ये कॉमर्शियल कॉस्ट है, वो दैट इज बिटवीन बैंक एंड कस्टमर. This is not the correct forum to discuss that commercial aspect of that. Because कौन सा बैंक क्या कर रहा है, क्यों कर रहा है, that is not.
HDFC बैंक भी यही बोलता है.
So that is what I'm telling. मतलब right now I'm representing HDFC Bank, but in some other capacity. So that is the difference. Because commercially, मतलब आप भी जाते हो किसी शॉप पर, आप ज्यादा सामान खरीदते हो तो आपको ज्यादा डिस्काउंट मिलता है, कम सामान खरीदते हो तो कम मिलता है. दैट इज बिटवीन कस्टमर एंड बैंक रिलेशनशिप एंड व्हाटएवर. So I will not be the correct person to comment on that right now.
Avinash, another question that is coming out multiple times is when e-commerce merchants are selling through their website, right?
Yeah.
And post that the FIRC is given by the bank. Knocking off of those transactions seems to be a challenge. So is there any specific ask from the bank when they are knocking off payment gateway led FIRCs?
No. So what has happened? We had issues with the money was coming through PayPal. That was the primary issue, and money coming through credit card. So RBI has given us a window. It was a documented letter from RBI that bases the details shared by the customer and certified by internal as well as external sources, bank can create the IRM. RBI has given that window to AD Bank, but of course, client needs to approach me with at least shipping evidence and some evidence of payment. So this is highly, it's not a very organized kind of structure. So it's a more data-driven kind of thing, wherein we should have some data to substantiate. It may not be 90, 100%. If it is even 85, 90% accuracy, we still do that. All the banks in country are taking that too. So RBI has very clearly told that if the money is coming from PayPal, money is coming from a credit card, AD Bank can rely on the customer confirmation. Of course, customer confirmation for me is their chartered accountant confirmation. But for that, I need document, export document at least, invoice. Basis that I can do the booking because I have certain data already available in the EDPMS platform for me. So say out of 60 field, I have 30 field available over there. I need customer to give me information for 10 to 15 field only. Because that data do not contain the name of customer to whom the export was done. That client only needs to tell to me. If it is a third party payment, then we have some other guidelines. So that is broadly some. But yes, every bank is closing that. रवि जी, if you can unmute yourself, possible? रवि जी नहीं कर पा रहे. ठीक है सर, कोई बात नहीं. पार्वती पे चाहिए.
Sir, can I ask one question? Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, I just want to know, we are IT services. We are giving IT services to across the world. Since 4 years, we have never filed Softex form. Even though we didn't got any detail from the banks to file the Softex form. I don't know how the bank will be closing in EDPMS system.
You have not filed Softex till now?
No.
So the day you will file that now.
Since 4 years we are.
So Nadeem ji, the day you file Softex now, all 4,000 entries will come to bank.
Okay.
Effective year 2018, 19, 20, 21, whatever. And on the day zero, it will be overdue.
Okay. So what I should do? I am say
Please file. Please file. Subject to you have payment confirmation for all those transactions.
Yes.
So please file. Let it go, because that is the root of law of land. Please file soft text. Ready your inward document as well. And the day you get to know that this is uploaded, please approach your bank and tell them ki this is what has come to your queue now. These are the payment details. And these are the
So if
documents.
past document, if I come tracked with the RBI, if I file now, all those 4 years will get.
So we have
It will
seen
not
soft text getting filed. Even today, 2020 soft texts are coming in picture.
27.
बट आपका एक
Okay.
प्रॉब्लम होगा, अगर आप सॉफ्ट टेक्स्ट फाइल नहीं करोगे तो आपका इनवर्ड ओपन रहेगा.
Yes.
उसके लिए आपको चार्जेस लगने चालू हो जाएंगे बैंक में.
Hmm.
Because anything which is more than 1 year old,
Mhm.
as I said, gets reported to ED automatically. कोई विंडो नहीं है वहां पर. Subject to you have taken the money as a soft text 807 पर्पस कोड. आपका जो इंडिया में इनवर्ड आया है, अगर आपने 807 पर्पस कोड में लिया है तो वो ईडी को 1 साल बाद रिपोर्टिंग में जाना शुरू हो गया होगा. और दूसरा 1 साल बाद वो बैंक आपको 1000 रुपए पर हाफ ईयरली आपको डेबिट मारना शुरू कर देगा पर आईआरएम के चार्जेस का. अगर नहीं मार रहा है तो वो अच्छी बात है.
Okay.
बट आपका एक लेग ओपन है सर.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
जैसे एक मिनट, नदीम जी को क्लोज कर ले. नदीम जी, आपका एक लेग ओपन है तो आपको दूसरा लेग ओपन करके उसको क्लोज कराना पड़ेगा.
Okay. Fine.
नहीं तो सर क्या है ना, देखिए अभी हमारा जो ईडी है वो अभी 1000, 2000, 5000 करोड़ की बात करते हैं. 10, 20, 50 करोड़ की कोई बात नहीं करता है. बट क्या पता किसी दिन गवर्नमेंट ने वहां बैंडविड्थ बना दी और फिर छोटा भी टैप करना शुरू करते हैं, तब उस दिन फिर आपको मिलेगा नहीं जो आपके साथ की तारीख में अवेलेबल है. तो टॉक टू योर सीएचए जो भी है, आप फाइल करा के खत्म करिए.
Okay. Fine.
या
Thank you.
विश्वास, यू आर ट्राइंग टू से समथिंग.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, we have sent the shipment to Russia and filed the shipping bill in INR, and we have received the payment in INR, but our bank is not realizing the payment. So, how can we close and regularize the shipping bill?
अभी जो I don't know the name of bank, I should not be knowing even.
State
But
Bank of
broadly,
India.
हाँ, तो ओफैक में कहीं हिट कर रहा होगा.
Sorry, sir.
रशिया का जो ट्रांजैक्शन आपने किया है, रशिया पे अभी बहुत सारे सैंक्शंस आ गए हैं. इवन अभी लास्ट वीक बिहार में कुछ ओफैक में सैंक्शन नए आए. तो आपके जो ट्रांजैक्शन में जो पार्टी होगी वो कहीं ना कहीं किसी ओफैक हिट में आ रही है, तो वो कोई बैंक हैंडल नहीं करेगा. अगर ओफैक हिट हो गया तो कोई बैंक हैंडल नहीं करेगा.
So how can we close this shipping bill? EDPMS
They will
issue?
continue to remain open till you find a bank which can handle OFAC transaction.
Okay.
I can name 2-3 बैंक, आप चेक कर सकते हो. यूको बैंक में आप बात कर सकते हो, एक बार इंडसइंड में बात कर सकते हो. If you have the relationship. ये दोनों बैंक करते थे, अभी करते हैं कि नहीं करते मुझे नहीं पता, बट कुछ एक क्लाइंट हमने देखा है जो इंडसइंड में कराया था.
Okay. Thank you. Sir.
क्या पार्वती, your network is.
Santosh?
Shall I go by chat and give it? What shall I do?
Yeah, we can go by the chat, Avinash.
Okay, I am opening. So
am I audible now?
I can hear you, Prachi, but not Parvati.
Yeah, Parvati.
Yeah. So the question from Aarti was on we've sent CSB 5 shipping bill in FY23, but still not visible in EDPMS. So they've been contacting all the parties, ICEGATE, others, but not able to figure out the issue. So basically query resolution, if they're not able to identify or track a payment, how should they manage such a situation?
It is Rishabh.
This is Parvati. Yeah, I'm Parvati. I was just speaking through Rishabh's.
Okay. So sorry, can you just repeat it?
Listening. So we have sent, Aarti is asking us, we have sent CSB 5 shipping bill in FY23, but those are still not visible in EDPMS. And they've tried contacting multiple people, but the issue is still not resolved. So basically, I think there are multiple questions on some transactions not being visible for whatever reason.
Okay.
And how should they manage these issues?
So, okay. So up to this January 2022, they started this courier shipping bill and courier. So we have seen lot many issues in the courier bill of entry. Till now, we have not encountered any issue in the shipping bill, but yes. So there is a courier customs in Mumbai, which is in the Balad area only. And so you can write to them. In my last meeting around say 7-8 months back, they have confirmed that there's no issue in the 2023 and 23 and 24 data. Issue is only in the 2022 data. That is what the confirmation I got from them. There were not many client of ours only wherein the bill of entry was not reflecting in the IDMS platform, and it got reflected. But of course, you need to do follow up. And your DHL guy, the one more window which you can explore with your bank, that in some cases we have seen that there is a portal named as ECCS. It's a Government of India portal only, like your ICEGATE and SEZ Online, wherein the whatever your DHL or any other courier companies are handling some transaction, they are obligated to upload that data in the ECCS platform. And from ECCS platform, it is going to IDPMS, EDPMS. If your data is appearing in the ECCS, we have access. I'm not sure about your access, but yes, courier company have that access, and some customer have also seen. If your shipping bill data is appearing in the ECCS portal, then you can request your bank, and bank may allow handling of those transactions after confirmation from courier agencies regarding the authenticity of that data and why it is not moved to EDPS, IDPMS. So that is something which is there. But of course, you need to approach first ECCS data. You need to cross check. If it is not appearing in the ECCS, then you should push your DHL or whatever courier service you are using. If it is appearing there, basis their letter and ECCS visibility, you can talk to your banker and they can help.
Hello, sir. It's Aarti this side.
Yeah, Aarti.
Yeah, actually, I have already contacted ECCS. ECCS people are saying to contact ICEGATE. Then I contacted ICEGATE. ICEGATE is saying to contact RBI EDPMS. When I contact RBI EDPMS, they are saying again to contact ICEGATE, and the chain continues.
चलो,
All my shipping bills are
courier है क्या है?
visible on
What is the route?
ECCS.
Courier route है?
Yes, DHL. Via DHL I'm sending.
Is DHL able to give you a confirmation that these is the data reflecting in the ECCS?
Yes, it is reflecting, and when I see the transmission status, it is also showing that shipping bill is being transmitted to RBI EDPMS.
Correct. So that is one thing. So, and DHL is able to issue a letter to you that there's no challenge at their end?
No, they are not helping in any case. They are saying we cannot do anything, just contact ECCS.
Who is your bank?
Who is the?
Who's your banker?
Anderson.
They should help.
Okay, but I've been contacting.
But your problem is that your IRMs are open, correct?
Yes, correct.
And you are getting charges levied for that.
Not exactly charges. I won't say that they are like charging me for that. But yeah, my IRMs are open.
So Aarti, you can take my contact detail from Prachi or and you can connect offline with me on that. I'll try to find somebody out over there.
Okay, thank you so much for the help.
Yeah.
Okay, we will take 2 more questions just in the interest of time.
Yes, bank can penalty for EDPMS entries. If your shipping bill is outstanding in the bank, and all the banks have started that if it is more than 2 years, half yearly 500,000 rupees per shipping bill charges are getting debited. Most of the banks are doing that. We can go to chat. I think lot many things are there. Shall I check chat?
Yeah, I think there's a few raised. If Naimish, Nadeem, you've also raised hands. If you want to, Naimish, you want to ask you can unmute and ask.
Hello. Just I want to ask one thing. I just now contacted my chartered accountant CA. He told me that domestic as well as you are doing domestic IT consulting service as well as software as well as export IT services. So he told me if you're doing both, then Softex form is not required for export of IT services. Our CA told us. He told me that there is some.
Yeah, could be. I'm not very sure on that part. बट आपका इनवर्ट फिर आपको बैंक को बोलना पड़ेगा ना कि जो मेरा इनवर्ट आगे पड़ा हुआ है उसको क्लोज करिए बिकॉज अंडर दिस गाइडलाइन सॉफ्टटेक्स आर नॉट रिक्वायर्ड टू फाइल.
Okay, fine.
So you have to nothing. You have to go for purpose code change of your export advance as well. जो आपने 807 में क्रेडिट लिया होगा उसका आपको पर्पस कोड चेंज करा के नॉन एक्सपोर्ट पर्पस कोड करना पड़ेगा तो वो ट्रांजैक्शन आरबीआई के प्लेटफॉर्म से निकल जाएंगे बहुत लेट.
Okay, fine.
तो आप पर्पस कोड
Thank you.
चेंज करा लीजिए. पर्पस कोड चेंज नहीं हो सकता है तो अपने बैंक को बोलिए कि अंडर दिस प्रोविजन ऑफ दिस एक्ट आई एम नॉट रिक्वायर्ड टू फाइल अ सॉफ्ट टैक्स तो प्लीज क्लोज माय इनवर्ट.
Okay,
बैंक कैन
fine.
हेल्प. या
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Hi, Avinash sir. Can I ask my question?
Sure.
Yeah. So I've mentioned in the chat as well. So basically, we are the e-commerce sellers selling via Amazon. One of the problem was already mentioned related to the lesser amount that we receive. Another problem is that what happens is that when what we do is we send our shipments to FBA. For example, I have sent 4 shipments of $500 each to FBA, okay, which is Amazon's warehouse in USA. Now, what happens is that on daily basis, we get some sales, okay? And on every 15 day, we get some payment from Amazon, right? So that is based on the sales that we make and not the shipping bill that we've sent. So for example, this 1 week I received, or like one time I received a transaction of $250. Another time I received a transaction of $300. Now, the problem is that how do I match these, match these to nullify my shipping bills?
But whenever you are sending goods to Amazon warehouse in USA, what is the route you are taking?
Via DHL or UPS courier.
And for that, courier shipping bills are getting generated?
Yeah, courier shipping bills are there.
The courier shipping bills, data is also coming in the EDPMS for that.
I mean, I've not checked EDPMS, but the shipping bills are there. I have the shipping bills. I know, say for example, $500 shipping bill I have. But the point is that the payments that I receive is not equivalent to $500. It could be based on my sales. So it will stagger over the period of time.
You have to recon that. There's only way out. Otherwise, at fag end, आपको एक lesser amount दिखेगा ही दिखेगा.
No, but how do I recon it with the bank? I mean, for me, I understand that, okay, for this much sales, I've made this much money, I can have my recon. But how do I recon it with the bank that, okay, for example, for this particular shipping bill that I've sent, this is the amount that you should match it. Or for example, can I do this that, okay, after the end of 8 or 9 months, when all of my stock is sold out, so I can say that, okay,
yeah, as per guidelines, you can realize your remittance within 270 days as of now. So any export which is done from India, within 270 days, you are required to get the money in India. That is the guidelines.
Okay.
तो आप कर सकते हो, subject to, again I said कि आप document बैंक को submit करके lodgement कर दीजिए, so that your one leg is over. फिर आपको ढूंढना नहीं पड़ेगा never.
It means कि shipping bill मुझे बैंक को submit करना है.
आप submit कर दीजिए बैंक को बोलो lodge कर दो, money will come later. And as when you record your entries, tell bank that this particular shipping bill is to close against this invert, that invert.
Okay.
That is the only way out.
Understood. अब इसमें 2 और छोटे-छोटे challenges है. एक तो छोटा challenge ये है कि FBA तो मैंने भेज दिया, but कभी-कभी क्या होता है कि से कोई product FBA पे नहीं है, warehouse पे नहीं है, उसका order directly मेरे पास आ जाता है, ठीक है? अब वो छोटा एक shipment है, say $20, $30 का, जो मैंने यहाँ से single courier भेज दिया, उसका भी of course shipping bill generate होगा $30 का, but उसका realization भी मेरी payments के साथ आएगा, जो $200-300 की हर 15 दिन में आती है. तो उसका भी recon मैं कैसे करूं?
वो तो recon तो आपको ही करना पड़ेगा ना. It's your money. You have to.
I understand my recon, but problem क्या हो रहा है ना कि जैसे अगर हर shipping bill के closure का, for example, अगर मैं सारे shipping bills combine करके अपनी payments के साथ close कर सकूं in a 270 day period in one go, then it's fine. But banks में अगर possible है वो?
Yeah. So max e-commerce में सबसे बड़ा issue आता है third party payment का. So you have to give a third party declaration to your bank and that bank can do that.
Okay, so third party मतलब जैसे for example अभी मैं Payoneer का solution use करता हूँ, तो Payoneer के बाद directly मेरे पास transaction आता है, वो मैं HDFC बैंक में ही लेता हूँ, जहाँ से मेरा सारा ID code वगैरह लिया हुआ है. तो I can tell them कि okay ये देखिए आप ही के बैंक में ये transactions hit कर रहे हैं, and you can reconcile. I can give reconcile.
And this $1,000 will be extended further. So we foresee कि AD Bank will have some delegation over there perpetually. आप करा सकते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं.
ठीक है, तो इसमें सर एक बस लास्ट चीज है, आई नो थोड़ा कमर्शियल वाला पार्ट है, बट आई जस्ट वांट टू नो कि इसमें ऐसा तो नहीं है कि ये सारे शिपिंग बिल का अलग अलग फिर वो बोलेंगे
one thing, one minute.
श्योर.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nitin.
हाँ जी सर, बेसिकली उसमें फिर ऐसा प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है ना कि मतलब हर एक शिपिंग बिल का बोलेंगे नहीं, हर एक का अलग अलग चार्ज लगेगा, यू कैन नॉट कंबाइन इट ऑल इन वन
Of
गो, वन
course,
एंट्री?
that will be bank to bank. वो आपको डिसाइड करना, that I'm not here to discuss that commercial part. मैं बोल रहा हूँ आपको, पहले ही बोला, वो आपको बैंक से ही बात करना पड़ेगा. How you want to plan that, you need to discuss with your banker over there. I'm sure they will be able to find some solution for that. क्योंकि it's a win-win for both of us. आपको भी क्लोज करने हैं, मेरे को भी आरबीआई से प्रेशर है क्लोज करने का, तो it's a win-win for both.
Done. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. No, thank you everyone for your questions. I know everybody has a lot of questions on this topic. So I think for that we've created a community. Arpit, if you want to just spend 1 minute on that, after that we can end the session. But we'll continue to have more webinars on related topics for the exporter community. So please do join the community, and we'll keep sending details on other ones.
Yeah, so we have shared the link. It's a WhatsApp group, so you can share, and then each and every question can be answered there. And also we'll also provide recording also there. So please do join the group.
Do join the group. We'll be sharing the recording, and we'll keep you posted on upcoming webinars that we'll be doing on similar topics. But first of all, thank you so much, Avinash, for sparing so much time. I know we ran a little bit late, but really appreciate your time, and look forward to seeing all of you at future sessions.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.